want to start off by talking about the Multichoice Diski Challenge, because what a fantastic initiative that has been introduced in terms of developing homegrown talent. And there's quite a few things I actually want to talk about on this, because it's not just on the football, I said, but also from a production point of view, because Multichoice are going to be covering bringing things in and obviously educating, teaching production staff, camera people, all of these kinds of things. So on so many different levels, but from a footballing level, well, we have the expertise of Andre and Sean here. And Andre, fantastic to get homegrown talent in. We've seen the success of it across the globe, and I think it's going to be nothing short of a step of genius, really.
Yes, it is, Neil. I'm very excited about it because it gives the youngsters a platform, as you quite rightfully mentioned. The Multichoice Diski Challenge, of course, is a league that is enjoying a 3-year partnership with the PSL, but it's also focused on building the PSL's reserve league as well, so giving these young players an opportunity to get a step closer to their first teams as well. So it's a massive platform for them, and it's all about fast-tracking these young players, you know, to that level. And how great that would be for any national team coach as well, where you can draw on your youngsters to come through. We always speak about we need young talent, we need talent going in there and producing the goods at that level as well. But I think one of the most appealing factors about this tournament, it's also got a life skills component to it. And that's very important when you've got these young players in the spotlight. They're conducting interviews, for example. It's also teaching them about how to look after themselves financially once they make it to the big stage. So, a wonderful league to look forward to.
Sean, it makes a lot of sense, and you, of course, would see this in your own role, developing young players, and you've both seen it because you've been there, done it, and life skills are as much important as footballing skills.
Oh, without a doubt, and I think Andre touched on it. I think a lot of the times that's the one thing that our footballers are lacking. And I think the fact that they've introduced it as part of the league, and they'll have it be one day after the first tournament, after scheduled matches takes off on Saturday, the Sunday they'll have the life skills program, and they'll be given all information regarding things like Andre says, nutrition, financial planning, and also making sure that you conduct yourself in the right manner. And you know, there's got to be an incentive. As much as we're talking, obviously, about the players being exposed to a higher level, there's an incentive for these players where the winner will go abroad to Holland for a 4-day training camp, and they will play against teams from the Bundesliga, against the German national team. So this will be part of their experiences, and like Andre said, when you get to the high level of the first team, these will obviously put them in good stead and give them the experiences they need. Playing in big stadiums and being televised, you can't go wrong with things like that, and the players obviously will get used to that after a while. And this Saturday was going to be quite interesting with the first matches.
Yeah, we're going to bring you some news on that, of course, because Dr. Irvin Causa, we know, put so much time, effort, enthusiasm behind it. And, of course, recently when the announcement was made here, we took a vox pop from Dr. Causa, so we're going to hear from him. And then we're going to bring you some of those dates and some of the incentives all involved in the Multichoice Diski Challenge.
I want to thank SuperSport and Multichoice to have provided, support. They did not give us sponsorship. They had to dig deep into their CSI, fund to make sure that it becomes a reality. It's costing the PSL no 1 cent. But what's going to happen? All those young players are going to be participating from September to March. They'll be flying all over the country like the Premier teams are doing. Those players will be in full uniform, full tracksuit, full technical team supporting them, and those games will be televised live. Now, why is it live? It's live because we are saying England were complaining to say why there's too many crowd in their games. They are crowd because those players, they belong to their communities. People, if you are not part of the community, they can't identify with you because they don't know you. Now, if those kids are now seen playing on television, and those communities are going to begin to say, man, it's one of our own, let's support him.
We're excited that they decided to launch it here in KwaZulu-Natal. We know that they didn't have much choice because this province is a sport province, if I can say, and really we have everything here. We have infrastructure, we have people that love football in KwaZulu-Natal, so the support is there. They really didn't have much choice to go anywhere else in the country.
Yeah, a long and lasting difference in South Africa. Those were the words from our own Group Chief Executive Officer for Multichoice South Africa, Imtiaz Patel, and I think we all recognise that. And here's some information for you. The Multichoice Diski Challenge consists of 16 teams, so it is widespread, split into the 2 groups of 8 teams each, which are representative of the general PSL. The two groups play each other in an 8-team competition that comprises of group stages, quarterfinals, semi-finals and finals, exactly what Sean was telling you about. Just getting used to getting through to quarterfinals, semi-finals, the experience and growing in the process. The programme will kick off on the weekend of 13th of September, so it's just around the corner this weekend, and wrap up on the March dates in 2015. A total of 66 matches will be played, so you can see a real initiative and a sustained experience for everybody involved. The winning team, again, what Sean was mentioning, look at this as an incentive. The Multichoice Diski Challenge will get a trophy, gold medals, and then perhaps most importantly, a Holland training camp, and then those friendlies against Bundesliga opponents in Germany, which Andre really does complete the full picture for young players and gives them a taste of what the big time is likely to be all about. And if I can, and just mention while we actually have a look at some of those opening matches, just to illustrate what it has done elsewhere in the world, this kind of initiative investing in young talents. I mean, players like Manuel Neuer, Julian Draxler and Mesut Ozil all came through the Schalke system, the Schalke system in Germany. They call it the talent factory there, and if we can get anything like what has happened there, as I'm sure we will with the initiative and the investment put in behind MultiChoice, and this is going to be a tremendous success, and as Imtiaz Patel says, a long and lasting change in South Africa. So well done to MultiChoice, well done to Dr. Causa and everybody behind it. Watch this space, because you're going to be seeing a lot of it, and as I mentioned earlier, not just the football, it gives us at MultiChoice an opportunity, of course, to basically bring new people in from a production point of view. So we're going to be seeing lots of new faces and learning the industry. And it'll be great, fantastic stuff. Well done.